Good morning. Welcome to Swan Lake Spiritual and Dawn Zap. I'm here to give a reading, and I'm actually going to do the reading for the year ahead. I'm so excited. Even though it's for the week ahead, it's going to be a full comprehensive reading. I'm going to pull from the Law of Attraction card first to get our predominant thinking that we want to train our brain. We want to own our thoughts. We want to manage our thoughts. We want to control our thoughts. We want to be in charge of our thoughts. We want to witness them. We want to allow them to float away, but we ultimately want our thoughts to be positive so that we can attract more positive things into our life. And we want our thoughts to support what we intend to create and achieve for ourselves, what we intend to be, do, or see, or have. So we're doing the spread now for the week of January. I can't talk, but a card jumped out. Today is December 29th, so we're doing the week ahead as well as the energy for the year 2025. And so this card just jumped out, so I'm going to go ahead and read the message on the card for everybody. When focusing upon solutions, I feel good. So a lot of us have had some major transition. This past year has shaken a lot of things up for people. We're no longer who we once were. We're awake. We remember, but we're not quite who we're going to become. And so it's important to remember that when we come across problems, don't focus on the problem. Think about the solution. Each problem travels with its solution. Each problem, there's an opportunity. So when we focus on the problems, we create more problems. We don't solve those problems, but when we focus on the solutions, then we feel good. Focusing upon a solution brings you positive emotion. Focusing upon a problem brings you negative emotion. While the differences are subtle, they are very important. For when you are feeling positive emotion, you are attracting into your experiences that which you want. When you are feeling negative emotion, you are in the process of attracting that which you don't want. So don't focus on the problems. That just creates more problems or keeps you in that space where you can't get out, where you're stuck underneath your problems. So for the year ahead, we're focusing on solutions. This is what the Law of Attraction cards are guiding us to, is to switch our thought process. So when we see problems, train yourself to say, okay, not looking at the problem, what's the solution? What are the possible solutions? And when we actually slow ourselves down and live in the present moment, in the day-to-day, and we can hear our thoughts and they're not running away from us and we don't have noise from people all around us, but when we can slow down, then we can actually receive and see the solution more clearly. When we're in panic, when we're in a state of stress and we're busy and we're going, we don't have time. Our head is mumbo jumbo with all those things we're doing. So we need to slow down. And when we do that, then we can often see that there's a solution right in front of us. And it makes things a little bit easier for us. So that's a wonderful card for 2025. I also wanted to pull from the runes to get a stone for the year ahead to see what our general kind of message or theme for 2025 will be. For the collective conscious, we're doing the reading here for. There we go. So this one here is an arrow, and I think this one is about leadership, if I remember correctly. This is about being a leader, a teacher, success. Let's see what that letter is in the Norse Germanic runestone alphabet. The arrow up represents Tei-Wawz, the letter T, Tyr, the Sky God. I think if I put it on my head, you can see it. There. Okay, so this letter means leadership, warrior, balance, self-sacrifice, logical thought, rationality, and victory. So this year is going to be a victorious year for us. It's going to be about balance, and there's going to be some logical thought. The self-sacrifice that I'm making, as you may have heard, is I have finally realized and woken up to the signs that it's time to sell this house. I love this beautiful space and the healing I've been able to do for so many people and myself included, but it's time to let go. It's time to self-sacrifice and have some more balance, right? Right now I'm very house poor is the word. You know, all my money goes to the house and I'm hustling every week to make enough money to pay for my house. I don't want to live like that. I want to enjoy the money that I make. I want to go have adventures. I want to take my kids out to do things around town. I want to socialize with friends outside of the house. But I've been very house poor, and so I've been bound and trapped in my house, which is fine. It served the need. I've enjoyed it. I've done the healing work and helped people, and I love it. But it's time to let go. It's time to let go and move on to something else. Okay, so those are the first two messages for 2025. I'm also going to pull from one of the Goddess Power deck, a card from the Goddess Power, so that we can find out what energy is going to be the most predominant, which goddess or which emotion, feeling, energy lesson that we're going to be I guess not focused upon, I guess which is going to be relevant. What's the relevant theme for us in 2025 with the Goddess Power? What goddess is going to help us through our personal growth in 2025? Okay, so we're going to grab one of these to help us with the energy and the goddess and the information. And I'll read the card and the message on the book after we pull our card for 2025. We got a few of them here, so I'm going to just pull from one of these three. 2025 is going to be about revelation, goddess Leizi. So a lot of us are going to be having these awakening moments continued. It's a continued process, right? Some of us evolve faster and sooner than others. Some of us take some time, and some of us haven't had this aha moment yet. We haven't woken up. We haven't had that revelation of what we're supposed to be doing with ourselves, with our lives, right? There might be a bit of discontent or discord, and we're feeling unsettled or confused, but then you're going to have a revelation. You're just going to know. You're going to know without a doubt that this is what you need to do for yourself. So that's awesome for 2025, revelation, and the number is 29, if that has any significance to you. So the goddess Leizi for 2025 brings us, there are moments when synchronicity brings all the elements together for a flash of insight to rise up in you in a glorious epiphany. Whatever was not clear becomes crystalline in an instant. It's as if you are able to simultaneously perceive every facet in a diamond. You know, without a doubt, that you are on the right track, as deep understanding sinks into every part of your soul. In this moment, change and transformation take place, and a transcendent moment is offered to you as an extraordinary gift. Now is one of those times. The Chinese goddess Leizi, mother of lightning, brings revelations into your life with a flash. She gifts you this as a result of all the hard work you have put in to dismantling your old self and making space for who you want to become. This is a very auspicious time. I love it. I love it. And I'll do a summary at the end with all the stones and cards that we pulled to summarize what our year is going to be. I've got two more decks I want to pull from. I'm going to be doing the 4-card spread from the Secret Language of Light, just so that we can wrap up the year with our final week's reading on the 4 cards that we've been doing. Card number 1 is now, the beliefs most dominant in your thinking. Card number 2 is love, something that makes your heart smile, your soul truth. Fear is card number 3, something that makes your heart sink, not your soul truth. And card number 4 is heal, action you can take to change outdated beliefs holding you back from your dreams and desires. So I'm going to go ahead and just clear the deck and then begin shuffling these up so we can pull our 4 cards. And I might just do all 4 and then read them, as I've already done the positioning. Okay, we got number 1 jumping out, number 2 jumping out. All these cards are jumping out for us. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we got in store. 3, 4. Okay, so the first card that jumped out at us was You Are the Universe, number 29. It aligns nicely with Revelation number 29. So maybe that's the revelation you're going to have, is the fact that everything you see, do, create, experience, we're all connected. There's this underlying invisible thread, this life source energy, breath, air, oxygen, God that connects us all. And we are the authentic truth. We are the universe. We are the universe experiencing itself through our eyes. So this is our predominant belief right now, which is a great place to be for the end of the year and the start of the new year. And then the second one was something that our heart loves, our soul loves, transformation. Geez, you haven't done enough of this? You want to keep going? Your heart and your soul are so happy for you taking the steps right now that you are taking to transform things in your life. You're transforming everything that doesn't agree with you. You're transforming everything that you don't believe in and that doesn't feel good. Things that are not your truth, you are transforming and you are stepping into and embodying more of your truth. Okay, and then the third one is fear, something that makes your heart sink. Soul song, so not listening to your soul song, not connecting and tuning in and aligning, not using that voice that you came here to express. The language of the soul is song. And the last one is heal, action you can take to change outdated beliefs. Visualize, it's what I tell everybody, it's what I teach everybody. Use your imagination to change your outdated beliefs. You have to create the new beliefs in your imagination. They have to be solidified in the energetic realm before they can come down into the physical world. So what do you need to change about your outdated beliefs? Visualize them. Go into a meditative state once a week, once a month, once a day. Whenever works for you, start. It's a practice. Takes a long time to settle the mind chatter, but when we can settle the mind chatter, then we can create a blank canvas to visualize and create our dreams. I'm so excited for this spread. So number 29 is the first card, which is the current predominant thinking or belief. You are the universe. Know the self and know the nature of everything. You are you, and yet you are also the universe. Just like you, the universe is a living entity. It is not a thing or person that knows everything. It is growing, moving, and reaching forward to experience life in new ways. Wherever and whenever you are, you will always recognize yourself, and you will always exist. Play with the idea that the universe, in all its manifestations, peers out through you. It mingles and joins with your energy to see the world through your uniqueness and expands as you do. You are the pioneer of this universal frontier, and the universe needs you to know it in all its forms. If you believe everything is separate, you will want a guide, angel, light being, someone or something outside of you who sees you and shows you the way. However, everything is as one, and nothing is separate. So nothing is on the outside looking in. The universe sees wonderment through your eyes, and you see wonderment in the universe. Become your own authority. Choose to feel good by discovering what makes you laugh, love, and enjoy. Focus on this, and you will create similar manifestations. And whatever you don't focus upon will fall away from lack of attention. That's really good because in the next card, I'm going to pull from the Work Your Light deck, and 2 cards are going to be one, what's falling away from you and what's rising in you. And so we'll find out what's falling away from you. What outdated beliefs or limiting stories are you telling yourself? They're falling away from you. They're no longer true for you. You're creating new truths. And so, as you begin to understand and recognize that you're not just part of the universe, that you actually are the universe, it's pretty powerful in how you change, how you approach life, how you carry yourself in this world, and how you think about yourself. That's really awesome. And then the next one we got was transformation, something that your soul loves, your heart smiles. Number 19. You are experiencing an ending. You are feeling a loss as a whole or a void in your life. This empty feeling is a space for something new and better. A new way will reveal itself very soon. Pain is something that happens to all of us, but suffering is a choice. To suffer is to believe thoughts that are not your soul truth. Justifying, analyzing, and rationalizing will separate you further from your soul's wisdom. From this state, you will blame yourself, another, or an event for feeling angry or sad. Focusing on the suffering will only cement the ideology or belief that created it. In other words, you become what you fight against. Now imagine what you can create by focusing on all the beautiful aspects of your life and what you are good at. Focus on where your life is filled with things that make you smile. Change starts with you, and all your desires begin with a dream. Where will you place your focus tomorrow morning? Oh, I love this so much. Don't focus on the suffering. Don't focus on the pain. Don't keep hurting yourself and reopening those old wounds. You got to stop, drop the attention and focus on something else. Focus on the things that you want for yourself. And sometimes what comes to mind for me right now is breakups. A lot of people break up and it's really hard to move on past the breakup. We're still very much have fond, positive feelings for that person. And it can be really hard because all we want is that person and we want their feelings to match our feelings. But we're not living in reality. We haven't woken up to the fact or the truth that, like, where's our revelation? We'll have a revelation that that's not the relationship for us, that we created the extended suffering and we could have moved on quicker, but we had to experience everything as it happened. But the transformation, it's really hard to let go of the old and what was, because sometimes we're still hanging on to it and we still want it so desperately and so badly. But what the universe does is it allows us, as we release that thing that we're holding on to so tightly, it brings something even better than we could have even imagined. And it's hard to believe because people think, well, I don't want something better. I just want this. Well, sorry, honey, that's not the thing. That's not for you. And you have to accept that that's not for you anymore. It had its purpose. It served its purpose. Find out what that purpose was. What was the lesson? What was the reason? Okay, number 3, this is something your soul fears. And it's soul song number 41. Your soul emits a beautiful song. Think of it as a pulsating light moving in rhythm with the universe. Your song travels through light and is the background music of your life. Even if you can't hear your song with your physical ears, know it exists. We know animals hear sounds we can't. Your song is always resonating throughout the universe, along with the music of the spheres and the sound the universe made when it was born. The greatest song of all, Om. You can tune in to your heart and your throat. Be willing to live your life from your highest, most aligned, most loving perspective. The next song or piece of music that moves your inner world will help you to tune in to your soul song. Or you can go out into nature. The music of nature will balance and detoxify. Align with the sounds of the earth and you will find the steps to take next. So I'm actually going to read some of these inspired reflections and actions to help you live more in alignment with your soul song, because the fear for you right now is that you're not honoring your unique essence. You're not in alignment with your soul song. That's the fear. The opposite of that is that you know and trust that you're always connected, and you know and trust that you're always emitting the song and that you can always find it and broadcast it. So this says you can put on your favorite music and dance around the house for at least 5 minutes. You can chant Om 7 times to align with your soul antenna. Om, Om, Om. And if you do that 7 times, you'll align, you'll get the vibrational frequency. And you can experience a gong, a Tibetan healing bowl, crystal bowl, or toning meditation session. This can be directly or as a recording. I do have the healing bowls and some drums that sound like a gong, but they're not here with me. So if you have one, you can do that while you're chanting your Om or while you're dancing. Okay, and lastly, the action to change the outdated beliefs is to visualize. So in order to find our soul song, we can do the attunement to chant Om 7 times to connect in with your vibration, with your soul. But then you can visualize to continue to maintain that alignment. Number 17. This is so exciting. I love doing New Year's spreads and seeing what's coming in for us. The year 2025 is going to be magnificent. Okay, number 17, visualize. One moment, please. Oh man, this is what I'm all about. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. You can create it. Your imagination is a magical superpower that develops the content, look, and feel of your life. You can use your inner vision to maintain or transform anything in your life. Visualization helps us to create a dream life without the perceived boundaries of the manifested world. To take your dreams out into the world, recall your vision of them as you meditate. Let the dream become a feeling that leads to a knowing that is so deeply ingrained it will become an automatic response. Through repetition, this response gains momentum toward the tipping point between vision and manifestation. Now that you are privy to this universal law, relax and enjoy the journey toward your desires. When a desire manifests in your physical life, a new desire will be born in your imagination and a fresh path will unfold. Okay, so we're going to do a meditation with this one, and then I'll do the inspired reflections and actions, and then some journal work. And then I'm going to finish with the Work Your Light Oracle Guidebook, the 2 cards from there, and then the summary. Okay, so if you want to get comfortable, take a few moments to find a quiet seated spot or in your bed, lay down, close your eyes, and begin to slow your breathing. Noise is everywhere, grabbing your attention, so it can be hard to find silence. By doing this meditation, you are deliberately moving yourself to a calm, relaxed place. From this tranquil space, you can create a quiet state, also known as stillness. In the silence, you are open to your soul's wisdom. As you close your eyes and slow your breathing, allow your dreams and desires to flow into your mind and heart. Imagine the room is filling with a crystal white light. It moves around you and forms a bubble of light. A profound relief and peace wash over you as you float in your bubble. The ceiling gradually opens to reveal the night sky above you. Stars shimmer and sparkle as a reminder that all you desire is possible. Imagine you are floating among the stars, drawing all you desire into your bubble. What is your biggest desire? Honor it, love it, be it. If you can dream it, you can create it. Come here daily to strengthen your connection and confidence. Feel your dreams become a part of your life. Imagine that they are part of your reality. Notice how you feel. After a little while, the ceiling begins to gently close. You float back down in your crystal white bubble into the heart of your physical body. You have just activated certainty into your ability to create your life. Breathe this new knowledge into your life, and when you feel ready, you can gently wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and then open your eyes. That was a wonderful one. I can't wait to do it later. I love to do these as well for my own healing and my own benefit, but I love to do them together as a group because the energy is so much more powerful when we're together. So if you want to continue to do some inspired reflections and action around visualizing so that you can create the life of your dreams and at least create what you want to create for 2025, you are creative. Everything you dream, think about, and experience was and will be created by you. Blow bubbles and imagine each bubble is a desire or dream. Choose a feeling for your dream or desire and place it into the bubble. So just like when you were in the meditation and you were in that bubble and you were feeling peace, but then you got your desires and whatever feeling came with those desires, keep that feeling contained in that bubble of light with that desire. Also, revisit any photos that show orbs and remember what you were feeling in that moment. That feeling is linked to the path of least resistance to your dreams. So those orbs are very important signals for us. If you can go back to that photo and remember that feeling, that's going to help you out. And for your journal work, you can draw or write about 3 desires you have not thought were previously possible. You know what you want, for you know yourself best. You just didn't know how your desire would arrive. And this caused those dreams to end up in the shadows, struggling to see the light of day. Don't worry about how they will arrive. Your job is to ready yourself to receive your desires. Relax. They are on their way to you, and you are worthy. So dream. Think about some of the desires that you didn't think were possible and write them down. Put them in that bubble. Dream and feel and believe and create. Beautiful, beautiful way to end 2024 and to start 2025. Like that couldn't be any more perfect for us. And the last 2 cards I want to pull are from Work Your Light Activation. What's rising in you and what's falling away. And they want us to start with what's falling away first so we can let go of the old. And then they're going to want us to read what's rising in us so we can embody and nurture more of that. So with the Work Your Light cards, these are the last 2 cards for our 2024 ending and 2025 beginning reading. Oracle reading for your new year. What is falling away from us and what is rising in us? If you're following me in my channel, you're most likely a light worker. There's a reason why you resonate with a lot of the stuff that I'm saying, teaching, showing, seeing. And light workers need some potential guidance to understand, to know, to love, to accept, to trust themselves and their mission on this earth. Okay, so number 1 and number 2. What is falling away from us? Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So right now, what's falling away from us is our doubt. We now have confidence that we're on the right path. And so what's falling away is this inability to trust our path, inability to trust ourselves and our judgment to make the decisions, to take the action. But really, our doubt of the path that we're on is falling away. And so because we're in this crazy, transformation period where a lot of people are still leaving their old lives behind and haven't quite come into their new life, you no longer have any fear or doubt about what that new life is, even though it's not crystal clear yet. But that's falling away. So that's a really good one for us. And then what's rising in us is awakening. I mean, come on, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. It's obvious that awakening is rising in us because we also had this card, the revelation, which goes hand in hand with awakening, right? This is about the whole collective conscious awakening, remembering who they are, remembering who they came here to be, and really kind of embodying more of who they are and creating these spaces or distance between us and others so that we can define where our space is and define our own energy field and manage our own energy field. But this awakening and revelation for 2025, whew, that's exciting. That's still happening. Okay, so the first one, trust your path, is number 54. This is what's falling away from us right now. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? The universe is conspiring. Keep facing your true north. Your job is not to pave the path, but to simply keep facing your true north and take one step after another. If you do this, you can't go wrong. The universe is conspiring. Don't waver or doubt. Use your heart as a compass and put one foot in front of the other. If you follow the invisible trail of what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. Most people don't follow the highest call of their soul because they are waiting to see the end destination before they take the first step. If you take one baby step each day, within a year, you will have taken 365 steps in your desired direction. If you want to write a book, write a page every day. If you want to change careers, do one thing every day in direction to that. Before you know it, in just a year from now, you will turn back and look in awe at how far you have journeyed. And boy, don't I know this one. Keep moving and open yourself up to a whole new level of support and receiving. Things are not going to work out the way you are planning, but if you have a little faith and keep showing up, they will work out even better than you could have imagined. Don't micromanage the universe. Trust your path and let your soul lead the way. If you could do anything, what would you do? That's part of the dreaming, right? That's part of writing it down again, writing down what your desires are, visualizing, creating, knowing you're supported. And this awakening is going to help you to awaken to what your true calling is and what you really are intending to experience right now for yourself. And this one's number 90. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this is not to overthink it and stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these into creation. Or perhaps you're being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following Work Your Light activation. You can hold this card up to your heart or just look at it or hold a hand on your heart and say, I surrender to my awakening. I allow the Shakti energy from the base of my spine to rise. I open myself up to the universe, using me in a way that delights my mind, body, and spirit. Oh my goodness, that was a wonderful reading for today. So I want to summarize. Like I said, at the top, we pulled this law of attraction card. When focusing upon solutions, I feel good. So let's focus on those solutions in 2025 and not the problems. Then we also pulled the rune Tei-Wawz, which is for leadership, victory, success. There are some other things in there as well. Self-sacrifice. And so this is really about the transition and transformation. Our predominant belief right now is transformation. And so this is still very much a part of the collective conscious and ourselves. Transformation, and then what is our soul truth, which is we are the universe, something that our soul loves. And then something that's not our soul truth, that's losing steam, is the soul song. So we now believe and have attuned and connected into our higher self and our soul and our unique frequency. And then the action to change outdated beliefs is about visualizing. So any limiting beliefs or stories we're telling ourselves, any dreams we had that we previously thought weren't possible, any excuses we told ourselves or keep telling ourselves about reality, we need to visualize a new reality. Use your imagination and your creative space to visualize your new reality. Anything is possible. If you can imagine it, then you can create it. There's a way, and you need to ask the universe how. And then what's rising and falling from us? So we have trusting your path is falling away. We're no longer nervous or scared or worried about not having all of the answers. We now know that once we start to take action, the path will become clear. And we now know that we can trust the path that we're on because we can trust the signs we receive and trust our own judgment and knowing. And what's rising in us is this awakening, which is very obvious that many people are going through this awakening period with their spirituality, remembering who they once were, remembering what they came here to do, remembering what their soul incarnate is. But that came with the goddess Leizi of Revelation. So for our year ahead, we're going to have a lot of these awakening moments. This is going to be a very big awakening year for many, many people. And as you become more awoke to your remembering of who you are and what you came here to do, then you can use your visualization to create it in the physical world. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to continuing to help advise, navigate, shine lights, insights, and divine wisdom on your journey ahead in 2025. I appreciate each and every one of you who have tuned in, who have booked a service with me, who have reached out, who have exchanged correspondence with me. And I look forward to continuing to help the collective conscious evolve in the new year and help you live your highest and best path. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.